the nature of the characters.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when they sit there and make a live action adaptation, they change things so much so that it's unrecognizable and it sits there and just.
Alert! Alert! The last Avatar Airbender live action has been on Netflix, and I'm here to talk about it. Welcome to Tortalk with your host, Tortalk, aka Lil Yum Yum.
Oh man,
What? What's going
I
on?
thought we were friends.
We are friends. What are you talking about, sir?
We haven't had a single Turd Talk with me on it for what, almost a year now?
Okay, yes, you might have a little point, but listen, man, you always gonna be number one in my heart.
Sure.
Always gonna be.
That's what they all say.
I'm sorry. I've been a bad friend. Welcome back, SW. Back to Turd Talk. It's been a long time, sir, and I'm sorry.
As it so has.
Yeah, no, I just been doing a Turd Talk over there in my neighborhood, so that's why I haven't really been coming over here too often. But I'm glad to have you on this show. And we go. Are you a big Avatar fan?
Yeah.
How much information do you know? Let's talk about it. It's Avatar,
yes.
The Last Airbender,
the original,
the original, right? And then you got the second version, and then the second one, the other one, Korra.
Yes.
Right? You watched that one?
Absolutely.
Did you read the mangas?
A few.
Oh, yeah, was it a manga or was it more like a graphic novel?
It was probably closer to a graphic novel.
Right? So have you read the graphic novel?
A few here and there.
Which graphic novel? Because I read the one what happened with find out what happened to Ezekiel's mom.
Yes, so have I.
And the one that's after, like when the whole end of the end of the series.
War.
Have you read that one too?
I did. It was just been a while.
Okay, so but you read it though. You read it. Okay, cool. Had you? I saw this one. It was on the website a long time ago, right? When they took the reverse of Avatar: The Last Airbender, because you know how it was the Water Nation that helped them out, but this time was the Fire Nation, and the Water Nation was the Fire Nation. That was the ultimate evil.
So they switched the roles up.
Yes, I only read maybe 2 or 3 pages for it, because you know how you'll stumble on Facebook and something like that, and you hit a link, but then you had to buy something, or they give you a little teaser. Yeah. So I read a little bit about that, but that was a great idea. I like that point of view. What you think about somebody who haven't read that? Because I read it a little bit. It was great. What you think about that off bat?
As a villain, I think the Water Nation would do pretty well just because of their versatility and adaptability.
Yeah.
Because yes, rock stays rock, and it's always hard. But water, you can sit there and turn it into ice. You can turn it into gas. You can sit there and make it sharp as hell. It's much more adaptable and creative than
because they said that all 4 elements are opposite of each other. For fire is the opposite of water.
Yes.
And wind is the opposite of rock.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So all right. So we got off topic. I think that's what we ain't did the first time. We get off topic too much. But the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action on Netflix came out.
Yes, it did.
I watched it. You haven't watched it yet. It's okay. I'm not gonna blame you. It don't been out for 3-4 days. You feel me?
I'm not busy.
No, I'm not working right now, so I just dove right in. What are your hopes of the anime show, the live action anime? What are your? I'm not gonna agree. I'm not gonna tell you this. Did it happen? Yes, and I'm not. I just want to see what you're hoping to see from this anime.
My hope is that they stay true to the nature of the characters.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when they sit there and make a live action adaptation, they change things so much so that it's unrecognizable and it sits there and just pisses everybody off.
Did you watch One Piece and live action?
No, I haven't, just for that sheer fact, because I'm a diehard.
I ain't gonna lie, I started watching One Piece because I watched that last. Because I ain't gonna lie, it was your brother. He gave me the idea because I haven't watched One Piece yet. So since you haven't watched One Piece, watch the live action. If you like it, then you go back and watch. And I did that. So I'm like, yeah, I liked it. You feel me?
But it wasn't.
But it was 12 episodes they took for. I think the whole the first season was the first 3 arcs. So that's like about 50, 60 episodes.
Yeah, it's
right
abridged.
There. Yeah.
So they take out a lot of
good shit.
The stuff that sits there and gives you the background nature of the characters.
Okay. So this anime, like I said, since you haven't watched it yet, I'm not gonna give nothing away, but I give it a good 6.5. Okay. It stayed true majority of the time, but they give another different. A couple of times they put a little different spin on it, especially in the opening. I was like, okay, I feel you on it. But there were some things I did not like. So, but we are both big Avatar: The Last Ember animated series fan. So my biggest question: do you consider that shit an anime?
The live action?
No, the cartoon,
the original.
Yeah, because there's a big argument within the Weeb Nation,
of course,
if Avatar: The Last Airbender,
anime versus animation.
Yeah, but not because a lot of weebs would be like, yeah, even though the Last Airbender wasn't made in Japan in that culture,
but they took the tips.
Yeah, but they still consider it as an anime. And some like, no, it's different. It's different. It started from the U.S. It stayed in the U.S. You feel me?
Yes.
What's your stand against
it? I do believe that it's a cartoon versus anime.
Okay.
Just for the sheer fact that it was never designed with the same detail as a normal anime is. Because let's face it, real anime sits there and it's highly detailed. The fluidity of the motion is really there in anime.
Yeah.
While in American cartoons, they sit there and simplify it to the basics.
I'm a big Avatar fan. Yes. Avatar: The Last Airbender, because I don't want to get fucked up with the Avatar movie. So we're going to go ahead and call this The Last Airbender.
Yes.
Right? So nobody will get confused. I'm a big fan. You're a big fan.
Yes.
You watched the whole season. I watched the whole season. You watched... I keep boosting this poor girl's name. Korra. You know? You watched that one. I watched it. You feel me? You read a couple of... I'm going to call it graphic novels. I read most of the graphic novels, too. I'm a big fan. I got a couple of questions.
Honest. You are Avatar weeb.
I'm a weeb, period.
But especially for
Avatar, yeah, I can talk Avatar all day. So, okay. So, I got a couple of questions. I want to see your opinion about this shit, right? So, we're going to start off with the big the Zuzu Comet, right? Aang went away from home. Got trapped in the water because of a big, storm. Right? This is not a spoiler because you watched the anime.
It's the basics.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything from the live action, except for one scene, but we'll get there. But I'm not gonna give nothing away. So he got trapped in a makeshift iceberg, I like to call it, when the air nomad got wiped out. So here's my question for you. What the fuck was the Fire Lord thinking about wiping everybody out? Wouldn't it be better if he captured the Avatar? Yeah. Because don't forget, the Avatar, even when he died, unless even in the Avatar state, he gonna
reincarnate.
He gonna get reincarnated. So you'll kill him this year. Wait, maybe a year or two after, then you gotta go hunt for him all over again. What you think about that?
I think he was killing the air nomads just to try and draw out the Avatar because, let's face it, it's his job to sit there and keep balance. He is supposed to protect the people.
Mm-hmm. To keep balance to the world.
Yes.
But still, capture him. Put him in a cage somewhere. You're going to make him grow. Then again, he might escape, but still.
Yeah.
Because when Aang came out the iceberg, he met his two friends.
Yes.
The Fire Lord at that time... what's his name?
Fire Lord Ozai.
Fire Lord Ozai was like, capture him, don't kill him. You feel me? But wouldn't that be the best thing? I think so, because if I was the original Fire Lord, well, not the original Fire Lord, But the Fire Lord that started the war, I'd be like, don't kill him, capture him. Let's try to figure out who he is, because at this point in time, nobody know where he is. Only the El Man know where he is at that point.
Yes, but they were expecting him to be an old man, not a little kid.
No, but I'm talking about when the war started.
Yes.
Not after.
Yes. When the war started, they knew that he had been reincarnated and roughly how old he was.
Yeah. How long do you think the reincarnation is, though? Do you think the minute he died, he get reincarnated around the same month, around the same day, maybe a year after?
That's debatable.
Yeah.
Because there's no real telling, because I don't think they sat there and planned that out.
So let's start the debate about the Last Airbender, right? Animated series. Mm-hmm. Which character that is going to be in the live action going to be the hardest for fans to love again?
Jet.
Why you say that?
Because you love and hate him at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something very hard to get right, you know?
Mm. So people who don't know who Jet is, right? Or some people forgot because it's been a few years, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jet is a freedom fighter.
Yes.
That was in the not the Fire Nation, the
Earth Nation.
Earth Nation.
Occupied by Fire Nation.
Yeah. And at that point in time, he was angry because the Fire Nation took his parents, and he just on like a vendetta.
Yes.
And then, like, he met not Cora,
Aang.
Not Aang, the girlfriend.
Oh, Katara.
Katara, right? He met Katara. Katara left his ass. You feel me? And then they reunited again when it got to Ba Sing Se.
After he said they matured a bit.
Yeah, and then that's when he lost his life. I think that when he lost his life, that's the hard part, because the beginning gonna be easy. You an outlaw, you angry. That's easy to portray. But then you gotta have that same cat to come back.
He was angry, but he didn't show it until, the
end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I ain't gonna lie, when he's in the Ba Sing Se, you can see that still, I don't like the Fire Nation mentality. Still there. Still hard, because he went into that whole little, nigga, the Fire Nation's in here, because this when Azuko and Uncle Awa was in there. They snuck in there at that point.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. This is not in a live action.
Yet.
Not yet. Hopefully they'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully they'll get there.
Because that was a good few episodes.
You know who's going to be my personal opinion, going to be the hardest to portray? Uncle Iroh.
Yes.
Uncle Iroh, because it's going to be so hard to have somebody you fall deeply in love with.
And you see how sad and mournful he is about his son. And
yeah. So on the way over here, I'm driving. Right? I'm riding. Listening to music, right? And a thought came in my head, right? I'm going to hear your side of the story first. I'm going to say my part with my craziness. Who you think was the worst enemy that fucked everything up? If it wasn't for this person's action.
Oh, what's his name? The guy who was always trying to compete with Zuko, the general.
Oh, the first season.
The guy who sold the water spirit.
Yes, him. Yes. You know who I think it is?
Azula?
No.
Who?
Mom. Let me break this down for you, so people who don't know. Let me tell you the timeline, right? So Uncle Iroh lost his son, grieving. Now this is all in the anime right now, right? Lost his son.
All of it.
Yeah, lost his son. So don't forget, Uncle Iroh supposed to be the king next.
Originally, yes.
Yeah. So, but before damn it, I forgot that. The Fire Lord for that one, before he became in power, he was second born.
Yes.
So he was never supposed to be king until Uncle Iroh lost his son and was grieved. And within this action, the Fire Lord was like, let me be in charge. He can't do it. So the dad, who was the Fire Lord at the time, was like, the fuck is wrong with you? And was like, you know what? Teach your lesson. We're going to kill your oldest son. You know, Zuzu. I like calling him Zuzu.
Yes, I know, Zula.
Yeah, I like Zuzu bad. I thought that shit was
It's more fun.
Yeah. So he was like, got to kill a Zuzu. So the Fire Lord made a deal with his mom. to kill the Fire Lord at that point in time, so he become king and do whatever backhanded shit, so he could be king, and that's how he became into power. But if he never became into power, right? If the mom would have just took a Zuzu and hard ass, and yes, maybe she had to run for a little bit. You feel me? Hide out somewhere. Well, she had to do any fucking way.
Yes.
Because she got kicked out.
Yes.
Right?
She was making them too soft.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Uncle I would have been king. And I truly think because of him losing his son, because his son was going to be lost anyway because of their father. I don't remember they ever say that fucking name for him. Like I said, it's been a while. If she never made that deal or did that right there, Uncle I would have been in charge. I think Uncle I would have stopped the war. I think Uncle I would have been like, all right, we tried, we failed.
Yes.
That's what I've been balanced, because at that point in time, everything about him was balanced.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you also have to realize that Zuko's father was a megalomaniac, just like his sister.
Yes.
So they would have fought an Agni Kai, and that would have either destroyed...
Uncle I would have whooped his ass!
Or he would have sat there and pulled back because it's his brother and he still cares.
He would have won it. I ain't saying he would have killed him.
You see my point.
Yeah, but I'm saying he would have won that shit, though.
But it would still torn him up.
But he still would have won, and he still would have been in power. Because, face fact, Uncle Iroh was the better firebender than his brother.
Yes. Iroh was a dragon.
The dragon of the West.
Well,
the Fire Lord. Let's call him the Fire Lord.
Yes.
The Fire Lord. I ain't worried about that fucking name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never sat there, journeyed out. He just basically stayed in the palace, torturing the help.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, like,
that's his thing.
Yeah, because if you ain't think Uncle Iroh was fucking powerful, I got two scenes in my head. So for the people who don't know, because I know you already know.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see if you're on the same page. Let me go first. Right? Remember the time that Zuzu betrayed Uncle Iroh and he had to be captured? And then he waited for the solar eclipse. So all the Fire Nations...
And he sat there and got buff.
What? And I ain't gonna lie. One of my favorite scenes of all time was that lady who was nice to him, because everybody else was a dick. Right? But that one lady was nice to him. Like, here's your tea. He was like, you look ill. I think you should go home and relax for the rest of the day.
Yes.
But the way he said that, I was like, ooh. Oh, yeah. And then she went home, and I can't remember. I remember this wrong with just in my imagination. She looked back, was like, okay, let me go. Like, some shit about to go down. And he seemed to come up being buff, everything up.
Yep.
And then he disappeared for a while. He didn't disappear. He wanted to go to his own thing until the Zuzu and him met back up.
And you also have to remember, Iroh could summon lightning, which is one of the most pure and powerful forms of fire bending.
Yes. My second favorite scene of him, right, was, I'm trying to remember this shit, right? At the end, when the Suzukami came back, and the Fire Lord, okay, I'm gonna put a stop to this shit. So he was like, well, I ain't gotta handle that.
Yeah.
But we gonna retake over the Fire, not the Fire Nation, the Earth Nation. And I said this thing earlier too, now it just slipped my mind. I hate when that shit happens. And he was like, okay, I'm going to help take over. And he had a White Lotus with him.
Yes.
Right?
And let's face it, the White Lotus kicks ass.
Well, I ain't going... if y'all don't know who the White Lotus, go back and watch the anime, because it's too awesome to take away. But at that scene, he was like, oh, I never felt this much power. And when he went off, I was like, yeah, that nigga's the truth. That nigga is the truth.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think Uncle Iroh was the best firebender of all time.
One of them.
Who better than him in the anime?
Well, in the anime, they did have...
Is the smoke blowing in your face?
Yes, it is.
Receipts?
We did have the former Avatar from that was born into the Fire Nation. What's his name?
Oh, the one, the Avatar before Aang.
Yes.
Yes. I forgot his name, too. It's not Iroh.
No.
We all bad with names. Don't blame us.
I'll be honest, my memory sucks.
Yeah, and he haven't watched it in a while, and I just watched the
everything.
I just rewatched the live action. That's what all majority of the names back in my head now. Alright, so I want to go to character development.
Okay.
Who is your favorite character, and who is your least favorite character?
Okay. For character development, if we're talking about character development, I love Zuko. If we're talking about general characters,
I swear the wind's blowing following you now. I swear to fucking God.
If we're talking about general characters, you gotta love Toph.
Oh yeah, Toph. Now you going like Toph is the number one person gonna be the hardest to emulate. I'm telling you right now.
Like the whole Melon Lord? Come on! I love the Melon Lord.
Oh, I love the Melon Lord.
Like there was no reason to go that hard, but
she had to. She
just went off and had fun with it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the hardest part about that one, whoever gonna act her, because she's not in. I don't want to give away, but with the first, it's in the first season. We all know Toph is not in the first season.
Yeah.
So that's not a big giveaway. But when they do the casting, they do make it that long, because I believe it's on the fourth season.
Right? Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, fourth season, because you got the water chapter.
The Book of Water, the Book of Fire, the Book of Earth, the Book of Air.
Yeah, and the Book of Air is the last one. So when they do cast her, it's gonna be hard to find like a 12-year-old kid that's gonna be so
over the top,
so blunt and
mean, over the top,
and like be like, I am the shit. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for that.
Screw you guys, I'm awesome.
Yeah, and she was awesome. Man.
Yes,
she was fucking awesome. All right, my two favorite characters,
and the ability to play the soft Toph when she was first introduced.
Oh yeah, for that first couple of episodes, like she don't know what she's doing. She's just
girl.
I think that's gonna be the.
It's not that she didn't know.
Yeah.
It's that she was sitting there playing her part.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I think that'd be the easiest one, because anybody could be like, ooh.
No, to play it believably is hard.
I'll give you that point there. So my favorite character right now, right, is, I ain't gonna lie, this is my dog, Sokka.
Yes.
Sokka is fucking hilarious.
Yes, but
when it's time to throw a hand, she throw a hand. He's the only one, other than his girlfriend, right?
Which one?
Well, not the one who became the moon. Poor guy.
Oh,
I can't. The thing is, I can't even talk about it because it's in the live action. I can't even talk about that shit, right? But no, matter of fact, she's the second one. Don't forget the first one when they went to Kyoto Island, and he met that girl.
Kyoshi
Island. He met that girl, but she came back in Book of Earth.
Yes, she did,
and she came back good, and then she came back again in the beginning of, I think, the end of Book of Fire and the beginning of a Book of Wind.
Air.
But other than her, Sokka is the only one that holds his own against all the fucking benders, bro.
As a non-bender.
As a non-bender.
And he has a weird obsession with his boomerang.
I love the boomerang.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, my favorite scene is at the end, one of the last episode, when they're on the Fire Nation balloon.
Yes.
Right, the war balloon, I believe they call it.
Yes.
And he threw his boomerang, and he hit the person he wanted to, and he looked to his girl, because he got his girl in one hand, had the boomerang, tossed that son on, hit the target, and was like, I don't think Boomy's coming back. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, one of my favorites is when he's stuck in the hole.
Yeah, when Aang was learning his first time he was learning how to earthbend, he got stuck in, and was like, "Oh, me!
Oh, Boomy, you came back!"
No, not Boomy came back.
The boomerang.
Oh yeah, it came back. But no, my favorite part when that.
And he's sitting there in the hole, like.
Yeah, Sokka's fucking hilarious.
But that's his part. He is the comedic relief.
I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I'm not trying to take away anything from the live action, but give you something. I gotta skip this part. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'll talk about it after a while. When you actually watch it again, then we'll come back and do a part 2 of this. And then me and you can actually
hear that part 2.
And we can actually put notes together and shit like this. I don't want. I gotta skip this part. But my second favorite gotta be Toph. Toph. I ain't gonna lie. Toph is my number one favorite. But
Sokka is my lord.
Yo, Sokka is my number one original character because he was from the beginning all the way to the end. Yeah. You know, Toph came in after like season 2 or 3.
Yes.
Right. So Toph is not the original character. Right?
Technically, but
yeah, she's not.
She's there for the majority of it.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
I don't even think she's in season 2.
She is.
Is she in season 2?
Let's do a quick.
There's gonna be too much dead air.
Yeah, I understand. I'm looking up right now.
So okay, so that's up in the air. But Toph is by far my favorite character because she how much I ain't gonna fall like she's the best bender of all time.
Yes.
Best bender. She was better than Aang.
Yes, absolutely. Because she actually listened to through her earth bending.
Yes. She actually seen through her earth bending, so she was a lot more powerful than anybody else. So we're gonna get back to that. Tell me when you got the answer, right? So here's the next topic I'm going to talk about, right? So all the elements was learned from animal except for one, and that's water bedded.
No, they learned from the fish.
No, they learned from the moon and water,
which are disguised as.
No, those are the spirit animals.
Yes,
they came back, but they said when they learned how to bend,
yes,
they watched the moon bend the water. So they learned from that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Fire Nation learned how to do fire because of the dragons.
Yes.
The Air No Man learned how to bend air because of the Sky Bison. Mm-hmm. Earth learned how to bend earth because of the moles.
Yes.
Water Nation is the only one that actually learned the element from the element. Do you think this is true or do you think this is wrong?
Okay, there were 4 seasons. Toph was introduced 2 years before the end of the series.
So, she wasn't in the 4 seasons, right? Mm-hmm. She got introduced in the 3rd season then.
From 2006 to 2011.
Yeah, one okay.
5 years.
No, but that was a long series, though.
Yes.
So, what you think about that? Everybody learned their element from animal except for waterbending.
Yes.
Do you think that's why the waterbending is so fucking more awesome than anything else better?
Well, let's face it. Water is in damn near everything and everybody.
Yeah.
So, they always have a source of
water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only other element that has that would be air.
True, and it wiped out the air, no man. So, I feel you on that one. So how about this, right? This quick little topic. What scene are you hoping, if it's not already done, but will get done within 4 seasons? What is your favorite scene?
That's very hard to say.
Well, my favorite scene is in the 1st season, so I'm not gonna say that. Not to take it away, but my second favorite, right, is when they meet Toph for the very first time, and they realize Toph is the top. They kind of have like a wrestling match.
The Boulder.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene. When I ain't gonna lie, my favorite nickname other than Zuzu is Twinkle Toes, because Aang realized she feeling the earth, so because everybody standing on the earth, she could see.
Yes, but
so he started floating to mess with her. The wind,
but he's naturally does that because that's his nature.
Yeah. So that's why she started calling him Twinkle Toes. I ain't gonna lie, that was my favorite scene. I was like, oh shit. Cause one, you ain't see that shit coming, so when that shit came, it was like, oh.
Yes, but you also had to love the boulder.
Yeah. The boulder's funny.
Or the pebble.
Who was the pebble?
That was Toph making fun of the boulder.
Oh, okay. Ah.
Because Toph is constantly giving everybody nicknames and harassing everybody.
Yeah. Okay, so
with no fucks given.
So we're gonna get into this quick topic, right? To finish off the talking about Aang. Then we're gonna get into the second on Avatar, right? Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
How could you?
It happens sometimes. It happens, right? Oh, what the fuck I was thinking?
I can't tell you.
It was with Aang.
Yes.
Or something about Aang.
We're transitioning from Toph to Aang.
Right. Oh, okay, I got it. It wasn't even about Aang. This actually goes into this. We're gonna transition into Avatar. What's her name again? Korra, right? So we finally find out. I think it was in season 2 of Korra, right? Who was the first all-time Avatar?
Yes.
Right, and then we realized something. Everybody got their bending from the fucking turtle.
Yes. The 4 giant lion turtles that traverse the planet.
Mm-hmm.
That in modern times they never even see it.
Yeah.
Which is some bullshit. Not being able to see a turtle the size of a fucking island.
Right. We saw it last season. That's when Aang got lost. He was like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. He didn't want to kill.
Yes.
He didn't want to kill, the Fire Lord. But ain't nobody realized Aang been killing people this whole fucking time.
So true. So fucking true.
Like I saw it on TikTok, right? This whole little, how they do a little skit and shit. Like I don't want to kill nobody. Like nigga, you been killing people. What happens at what that was at the South Pole? He got mad, kicked everybody off the boat and stuff. Like what thing happened to them? Oh, they just swim in ice cold water. They die
at the North Pole.
Yeah.
How long are they going to survive in that water?
Ice cold water. Ice cold. Oh, like Jesus fucking.
Not to mention they're all wearing armor.
They didn't.
I don't know about you, but I know I can't swim with, let's say, 60 pounds of armor.
And that wasn't. Was they wearing armor? Yeah,
yes.
It was because the Fire Nation is leather.
Still.
Yeah.
It's about 40 to 60 pounds of leather.
Yeah, and going double because the water going to seep into the leather and make it heavier.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. So.
And what's up with the shoulder pads?
I think that it looked like flame. They were like, yeah, that shit works. So, okay. So we found out about the first ever.
I'm just sitting there thinking, how are they walking through the doorways in their ships with those big shoulder pads?
Because they made the doorway bigger.
But you see my point.
They just made it bigger.
They don't make the doors bigger.
Yeah, they did. That's what they did. They made it bigger. Oh, okay. Comfortable. Okay. Alright, so we find out about the first ever Avatar. We find out what the fuck happened. You find out he was a fucking thief.
Yes.
You feel me? He got kicked out. Some shit happened. What do you think about that storyline by the first ever Avatar?
I thought it was interesting.
Oh, yeah?
I thought it was kind of cool how, even though he was a thief, he was still a hero in his own way.
Yeah.
He was trying to do what he could, what made sense for him.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. I liked it. It was cool. Only thing I did not like is the end. Because don't forget, a big war broke out.
Always does. And
he died because on the battlefield. And that's hero like, I'm sorry, I couldn't make balance to the war. And she was like, I will be with you for your next lifetime and your lifetime after that.
Yeah.
What fucking war? What war broke out? What happened?
Wasn't it the fight between the humans and the spirits?
No. Because he separated them. He put all the spirit animal into the spirit realm and closed the door. But there was another war after that shit. Well, that's when he lost. Well, he was an older man. And he looked like they'd been in war for a very long time.
Then it was probably a war between the different vendors, fighting for resources.
Probably was. I don't know. They never answered that fucking question. And if they did, and it was a graphic novel, please somebody tell us so I can go read it because I want to know what the fuck happened.
Because, like I said, you are an Avatar weeb.
So if you could pick, you can make your own Avatar, right? You're talking about making your own little series, yes. Right? What element would you put him into, and what storyline? What would be the big evil he had to face?
Okay. Yeah. The Avatar I would choose would be the Water Tribe one that Aang spoke to while he was sitting there trying to figure things out.
No, you can make your own.
Yes.
Yeah. So you pick choose, water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because their nature was adaptability, it was all about sitting there changing forms, and I think he would make a compelling protagonist.
Okay. So what would be his storyline? What was his big? What would be the big bad that he got to overcome? Because every Avatar had that big bad that it had to overcome.
Yes, it would probably be the Earth Nation trying to conquer.
Uh-huh.
And his big hurdle would be getting past the death of his wife.
Okay. All right. So who would be the big bad guy other than within the? You said the Earth Nation.
Yes.
Would it be the Earth Nation King? Would it be a revolution that popping up? Would it be kind of like the Fire Lord trying to take over everything?
I think it would be the Earth Nation trying to take over, and because they were the conquerors and they had control of the vast majority of the land in the entire planet.
Yeah. Okay. So here's mine. Element I really don't give a fuck about too much, but if I have to pick, it'll be fire, right? That's the Avatar, right? But here's the storyline. It'll be Avatar versus Avatar.
They did that with Korra.
Yeah, but now that was the evil Avatar versus the good. But here we go, right? So they're gonna be an Avatar, right? That already happened. You feel me? He raised his kid. This is like two generations after he passed away, right? And just like the Avatar, Kyoshi, because remember in her storyline, they thought somebody else was going to be the Avatar, it really was her. So everybody was looking on him. So she had like a really upbringing. So this Avatar going to turn evil because everybody thought it was going to be somebody different. Because of that, he had a real bad life. Like he really had to fight for everything. You feel me? So he became evil. And I don't know how this is going to happen because this is going to happen in the future, technology and shit like that.
Of course.
Right? They're going to figure out time travel. So they're going to send the last blood relative for the last good Avatar, right? Back in time to try to recruit him to come back and help him fight the new Avatar.
Okay.
That's a good storyline. That's a real good storyline.
Yeah. Except the family of the Avatar are just regular people.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because the whole point of the Avatar is that he has the spirit that allows him to do multiple elements.
Yeah. But I'm saying like his last bloodline. You feel me? Somebody that was raised up right. They had a good family. They're part of the resistance from the evil Avatar. And was like, okay, who's the best bet to send him back? Hey, it's his grandson because he knows what happened in the past, and we could pinpoint where to put him. So he could be like, okay, come with me, and then we're gonna bring you back, and how to reach him. But that's how they're gonna put him in.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna have all sorts of shit going on. But it's not foolproof, but it's my storyline.
I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, and I think the evil Avatar gonna be an airbender.
I find that hard just because of the free nature of.
Like I said, they're gonna think it was somebody else, and then I think within the storyline, like I said, it's just me imagining shit, right? He got kicked out of Air Nomads. You feel me? He was out there in the world. Maybe his parent was like, whatever, go about your business. Because they didn't have parents.
No, they were raised by the monks.
Yes. So they didn't have parents. You feel me? Let's just say maybe he got lost. You feel me? Maybe a big battle broke out, and then he got separated from the group. You feel me? Lived up into, let's say, the Earth Nation, where he being a bum. You feel me? Not a bum, a homeless kid. You feel me? He had a fight and claw and saw all these rich people living good when he over there hungry. Then he found out, hey, I could element more than one. I am the fucking avatar. Oh, everybody gotta feel me now. Now he's just taking over. Who the fuck gonna stop him? Balance gonna be off. He's angry because every avatar have their own fucking life. Every avatar have their own fucking beliefs.
Yes.
Every avatar had a different race. It wasn't like it's the same person just keep getting reincarnated. It just so happens everyone is a good person. You feel me? Had a good upbringing.
Well, yes. The majority of them did have a good upbringing, and I think part of that is also due to the inherent nature of the spirit that creates the avatar. But you see my point.
Yeah, I see your point.
Because the nature of the spirit is good.
Yeah.
So that sits there and instills the good nature upon.
Yeah, cause I was actually thinking of, because this happened before they did the whole Korra season, right? And I was thinking, how they gonna make this shit even better, right? So I was thinking of them going back and getting Aang. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about that. You know,
I did think it was interesting how they brought back the Air Nomads.
Oh,
because it was just the one family that had.
Yeah.
And then they sat there and.
No, it was because she opened up the spirit land to the earth. So now the spirit like, okay, gotta make this equal.
Yeah.
And here's my biggest.
You see my point though.
Yeah, but here's my biggest question within that, right? Is it that the people who got chosen had descended from the original airbenders, or was it just really random? Because everything was fucking random. But at that point in time, don't forget, let's just say they didn't wrap up all the Air Nomads.
Yes.
And not everybody had like
the genetics.
Yeah, then to bend air.
I think it had more to do with their actual personalities.
Yeah.
Because
but you missed it. Let me get to my point real quick, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
All right. So let's say, the Fire Nation try to wrap up all the Air Nomads, right? So there's a couple of them that got away. They hit. They didn't use their airbender. So throughout generation, their knowledge of how to use the air wasn't there. So
do you know who I think was one of them?
Who?
Tylee. The little giggly girl that went around with Azula.
Yeah, a lot of people said that was her. A lot of people said she had some because she was too free loving,
and her nature was too similar.
Yeah, and she was just really happy. And then doing chocolate points and stuff like that. Yeah, I could see it. When they explain that shit to me, I could see it. I could see it.
That and her looks are not too different from Aang himself.
Yeah, that was another thing. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not 100% sold on the Fire Nation wrapping up all the.
Of course not.
All of it. I mean, the first one they attacked, they were like, yeah, they got all of them, but there was multiple cities. And after the first one,
not cities, temples.
Temples. There was multiple temples. And after the first one, they were like, "Oh, they coming for us. Y'all, let's go. Let's hide." And
let's face it, you can't beat their Air Nomad speed.
Yeah, and if you watch the Avatar: The Last Airbender one, there was a couple of scenes they said, they used to place traps for different nomads. Try to catch them again because some of them got away.
Yep.
A few of them didn't fall into the trap. It was like, no, hey, they coming for us. Let me go ahead and keep a low profile within the Earth Nation.
Yep.
Or the Water Nation.
Oh, there are even some in the Fire Nation.
Yeah. Some probably snuck up in the Fire Nation and were like, hey, done with the nomads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I think when she reopened it up, there's all the old DNA that was passed on,
Yes.
and was like, we're gonna trigger them. Because don't forget, even Aang's son, who wasn't a bender, became a nomad.
Yeah.
Was they still be called nomad because they were just benders at that point in time because
No,
they didn't follow the nomads way
the
of
nomads,
living.
yes.
Yeah.
But they were still Aang's descendants.
Yeah.
The ones that stayed in, that were bending air, they were monks still.
Yeah.
But originally they were the air nomads because they would move from all over.
Yeah.
So it was basically impossible to get them all.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because like Aang's son wasn't an air nomad. The youngest one became a nomad because he was the first one that bent air since Aang.
Yes.
Right? And then you feel me, he got Aang kind of took him under his wing, like, okay, this is our way of living because you could bend air. His daughter was a waterbender, and then his oldest son was a non-bender and went into the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
Yes, we know a lot of facts. It's fun, though. It's fun.
But again, we have to do a part 2.
Yeah,
because we are running out of time.
Yeah, we still got a little bit more. So, what storyline? Did we really talk about what storyline you want to see?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to talk about that. Characters. What is your hope for this series? Are you hoping for all 4? Like, what is your hope for this shit? What you want to see happen?
Not really sure, but
Yeah.
I do want them to stay true to the nature of the show.
Okay, but when you said it earlier in the show that you're hoping you're gonna see if it's good or how close of a it is to the original,
to the characters.
All right, so let's be a little bit more specific with this shit. Are you hoping for the character to be damn near the same, or are you talking about the flow of the show? Because it had a flow.
Yes, it had a flow, and it had a nature to it.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted them to stay true to.
Yeah. And
like if they come up with different storylines, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't want them stealing from Korra or that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Thank you. I totally forgot. So, spoiler warning. I'm gonna put a little because I learned how to do that shit. Spoiler warning. And like this whole episode, I've been trying to keep away from talking about the live action.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk about the live action now. There's this scene that pissed me the fuck off, and I was excited about the shit at the same time, right? If you watch Korra, right, and the first time she went into a spirit realm, she ran into Uncle Iroh that brought back up that one, right?
Yeah.
So she talked to him, right? They did the same fucking thing, except it was different. Other than Uncle Iroh, it was Aang's teacher, right? I forgot his name.
Yeah.
He stayed in his spirit world until Aang was able to come and talk to him. He was like, I've been waiting for you. And then dropped that whole gold thing of, if you would have stayed, you would have died. So there's nothing you really would have done. And shit was going to be different.
Yeah.
Because when they first attacked, he was what, 8, 10 years old? He was mad, I think he was like 12.
Yeah, he was probably about 12, and he was already stuck in the iceberg.
Yeah. Now, don't forget, like, I don't know the whole time frame with the anime, like, because I forgot it a little bit. I can remember if he got stuck in the iceberg around the exact same time they attacked, or was a few days after. I think
they didn't verify.
I think it was around the exact same time, like within days.
It was.
I think
it was close for sure, but they never sit there and go into specific about it.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? He was still a 12-year-old kid at the time. Mm-hmm. 12-year-old kid at the time. So if they would have took his life really quickly.
Yes.
So that really was nothing for him to do.
So I think they wanted to take out the Avatar so that they could get him while he was still a baby so that they can manipulate the flow.
No, but I really think that was gunning. Because if you watch that cartoon, right, and when they finally show what happened after, because it was a flashback, right? They went full force.
Yes.
They were wiping. They were like, I don't care. Everybody get kids too. And like they captured the kids and was like, oh, can you bear multiple things? Let me teach you my ways.
No.
That was coming for head.
Yes.
And honestly, I think that because the first Fire Nation who attacked was still mad because that Avatar was his best friend at the time. And he brought it up to him, hey, listen, I want to expand. He was like, no, you stay on your earth. The Earthbenders going to stay on their land. You feel me? The Water Nation's going to stay on their land. We're going to keep it separate. This is the balance. And he was like, but our land is so good and pure and good. I just want to spread. No, you just want to be you just want to dominate. And he couldn't do it. Because once again, it was flashback. They told his story, the Avatar before Aang.
Yes.
About what the fuck happened. And he brought it up. Then the Avatar showed his power. He was like, if you attack, I will kill you. And that's when he put his whole thing on pause. And if you haven't watched the anime series yet, cut your shit off now. Because one of the biggest thing was they grew up together.
Yes.
So they was best friends. So when he came up, he was like, listen, do not do this. If you do this, I will take away your life. He was like, bet. Because he was like, this nigga more powerful. He's a full Avatar.
Yeah.
So I can't beat him. So he waited until the perfect time. That's when the Avatar kind of retired.
Attack him. No.
Let me get there. He kind of retired. He had his home. He had his wife. He had his kids. So he was good. And then the place that he was living at, volcano erupted, and he tried to save him. That's when the fire Lord came and helped him. But then he had that moment of, I could save his life, or he could die right here, and I could do my plan. And he let him die so he could do his plan. He was like, and then I know the next, because it's
let's rotation. Be honest, he threw him in. The Fire Lord either betrayed.
Yeah, he betrayed him,
and basically attacked him while he was at his weakest.
No, he was at his weakest. He just didn't help. That's the way I remember it.
I'm pretty sure he attacked.
No, he didn't attack because. No, he left him. That's what he did. He left him because it was at one point like, hey, I need your help. We need to get out because they done saved everything. They're trying to save his home now.
Yes.
So he was like, man, I need help. Let's get out. He was like, my plan could go if you gone. I'll at you. And then he took off, and that's when Dragon came and wrapped him around and was like, yeah, we done. Because don't forget, at that point in time, they had their own dragon. This before the dragon was wiped out.
Yes. And the dragon was his guardian
animal.
Yes.
Because everybody had a guardian. I don't know if everybody have it, but the last 3 did.
Yes.
Because there was no mention of Avatar Kyoshi having a spirit animal or a guide animal.
Yeah, they didn't really talk about her. Well, most of them they didn't really talk in depth about.
Yeah. Now you know who? This will piss me off, right? The Avatar before Kyoshi was a waterbender, right? And they say he was the most laziest Avatar of all time because he ain't do nothing. If you look back into the anime, they were like, "Oh, I realized early if you leave the people alone, they'll figure out that goddamn stuff. So I ain't had to do nothing." And then later on, when they started making up background stories for different avatars, they brought, he wasn't lazy. He was just fighting in the spirit realm. Like, let's keep that nigga lazy. That's what the fuck he did. Because if you look at the original content of him, he'll surfing. I'm having a good old time.
Yeah, and he figured that people are adaptable, and so he didn't have to worry about maintaining balance. Because they'll sit there and adapt.
Yeah. So that's my thing. And that's the last shit we're going to talk about because unfortunately we are out of time. So yo, good to have you again.
Oh yeah.
It's been a year, but I got you back. You missed us.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. We gotta talk more. Like I said, Tortalk is a new platform now. We are talking about any and every fucking thing. I just watched the Airbender, Avatar, the live action, and I just had to talk about it. So I called my dog. We decided to do one, and we got this shit done. But thank you for watching. This has been Tortalk with your host, TOR, and my girlfriend, SW.
You.
Say goodnight, SW.
Good night, SW.